In the heart of a busy factory, a young man worked quietly. Day in and day out, the rhythmic noise of machinery provided a soundtrack to his undisturbed work ethic. Young man wasn't the fastest or the strongest worker, but his dedication was unmatched. He arrived early, stayed late, and always went the extra mile. His dedication didn't go unnoticed. A seasoned mentor observed him. Mentor saw a young man eager to learn and unafraid of honest toil. One day, Mentor pulled young man aside and told him he was impressed by his work ethic. He offered a piece of advice that would stay with him for years to come. Mentor said, "Talk less, do more, dedicate yourself to the work, and never stop developing your skills in every aspect of the factory's operations." Young man took these words to heart, letting the quality of his output speak volumes. Years turned into a comforting routine. The factory floor became young man's, now skilled technician, a second home. He had mastered his craft, his movements efficient and precise, his work consistently exceeding expectations. Yet promotions came and went, and technician remained in the same position. He saw others, some of whom he had trained, climb the ladder of success while he remained on the factory floor. Frustration began to grow. He recalled Mentor's words, "Talk less, do more." But he began to question their validity. Was he doing something wrong? Was his quiet dedication being overlooked? He confided in Mentor, his voice heavy with disillusionment. Mentor listened patiently, his gaze steady and understanding. When technician finished, Mentor simply smiled and said, "Request the day off using any reason you like. Give yourself a moment to relax and unwind your mind." Technician was skeptical but trusted Mentor implicitly. He decided to heed his mentor's advice and put in for a day of leave. That day, the factory floor felt strangely empty without technician's familiar presence. His absence showed delay, co-workers were confused, his contributions missed. The foreman, accustomed to technician's reliability, found himself scrambling to fill the void. When technician returned, refreshed and energized, he was greeted with an unexpected surprise. The foreman called him into his office and offered him a promotion. It wasn't a significant jump, but it was recognition, a sign that his hard work had been noticed. Technician was elated. The promotion wasn't about the title or the pay raise. It was about being seen, about his dedication being valued. He thanked his mentor, crediting his mentor's unconventional advice for his newfound success. Emboldened by this experience, technician began to see mentor's words as a secret formula for advancement. At first, the tactics seemed to work. Each absence seemed to be followed by a small promotion, a new responsibility, a slight increase in pay. Technician reveled in this newfound success. He began to view his mentor's advice as a shortcut. However, his success wasn't solely due to his absences. It was years of hard work and dedication. The factory floor adjusted to technician's absences. His co-workers began to resent picking up his slack. The quality of his work began to slip. One morning, he was called into the foreman's office. The foreman's face was a mask of disappointment. Technician was let go. Devastated and confused, he sought out his mentor. He poured out his heart to him, recounting his own fall from grace. Mentor listened patiently, his gaze filled with empathy and a touch of sadness. When technician finished, he placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. Mentor said, "My advice wasn't a trick. It was about finding balance. You were so eager to take days off. You didn't want to hear the end of my advice." True success comes from a combination of hard work, dedication, and recognizing the value of those around you. Taking a step back allows you to appreciate the bigger picture. Technician's downfall was not taking time off, but rather the motivation behind it. He had become so focused on his own advancement that he had forgotten the importance of the team. Technician listened intently, his initial anger giving way to understanding. Ashamed but determined to make amends, he spent the next few weeks reflecting on his mentor's words. He realized that true success wasn't about climbing the ladder of promotion at the expense of others. It wasn't about shortcuts or manipulation. It was about finding fulfillment in hard work, about contributing to something larger than himself. He apologized to his former co-workers, acknowledging his mistakes and expressing his sincere remorse. He started taking on odd jobs, demonstrating his willingness to work hard and earn back their trust. Technician's journey back to the factory floor was a humbling experience, but it was also a transformative one. He learned that true success wasn't about titles or paychecks, but about character, integrity, and the quiet satisfaction of a job well done. He learned that humility wasn't about diminishing oneself, but about recognizing the value of others. Technician continued to work in the factory, his heart filled with a newfound sense of purpose, never forgetting the valuable lesson he had learned from his mentor.